So here we see this map says Israel. And if we zoom out a bit and look at some of these surrounding countries, we see Israel is surrounded by Muslims. There's the Arabian Peninsula, Egypt, Turkey, Iraq, Iran, Afghanistan, Pakistan. There are all of these Muslims surrounding a Jewish state. How did that happen? Well, that's because in the middle of all of these Muslim nations existing, within the last century, Jews from outside of this region, Jews from Europe, from America, from all over the world, have been flooding this area. Now, of course, Palestinians were already living there. So the world has watched Israel take land from the Palestinians year after year. And the reality is their goal is not just to exist, but they want to expand to greater Israel, as we see this red border represents. Now, this not only includes Palestine, it includes Lebanon, Syria, Iraq, Saudi Arabia, Egypt. But wait a second, how can that happen? Well, one way they've been moving in this direction is because they are backed by the United States. Wait a second, but where is the United States? It's all the way on the other side of the globe. Now, American citizens have been increasingly demanding that their government focus on putting America first. We're tired of these wars on the other side of the globe. And let's think about those wars for a moment. If we go back to the state of Israel, if it wants to keep expanding and then taking all this other land in the region for greater Israel, well, one thing they need to do is weaken Iraq. Well, how convenient. The US invaded Iraq and essentially destroyed the country under false pretenses. Next to Iraq, we have Iran. For decades, Israel has been trying to get the US to go to war with Iran. Well, what do you know? Donald Trump, who proclaimed we would not start any new wars, has started a new war in Iran. And Marco Rubio slipped up and admitted that this was done ultimately for Israel. Now, what do we find Israel doing? After they heartlessly destroyed Gaza, now they are moving into southern Lebanon. So not only is Israel able to do these things because of US backing, because of the US doing much of its bidding, but also this is why you see so much extreme Islamophobia. Because if you fear all of these Muslims that surround Israel, then you won't care when Israel, for example, carries out a genocide against them, or bombs them, or invades them. In fact, they may even convince you and your children to go and fight wars against these Muslims that they have demonized. So while Muslims are maybe 1% of the US population, and the Muslims by and large live on the other side of the globe in comparison to America, this is just one of the reasons why Americans are constantly bombarded with Islamophobia. So hopefully now many of you can understand why the US is always involved in some sort of war on this side of the globe, rather than focusing on our own country, and also why Muslims are disproportionately demonized. Because rather than put America first, there are lots of people that want to help establish greater Israel.